Hey, folks. Hey, millionaires. Hey, superstars. Hey, great morning here. It's another Sunday mindset message here. And it's your host, Wesley Virgin here, which every Sunday, as long as I'm in town, I do my best to do a Sunday message here just to get you ready for the week here. Okay. How's everybody doing? You feeling good? If you're feeling blessed, I want you to comment the word, I am feeling blessed. I'm feeling highly favored. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling financially wealthy. I want you to go ahead and comment those words below. And this morning here, okay, I want to talk about how to get out of your comfort zone, okay? How to get out of your comfort zone. How many of you are in the comfort zone right now? Be honest. And what am I talking about here? Listen, the person that you are right now, I want everybody to listen to me closely here. The person, the man or woman that you are right now as you listen to my voice, okay? The habits, the behaviors, the decisions. Well, that person, if you want that person to be financially successful, for example, the person that you are right now has to change. Okay? How many of you agree about that? And I want you to really think about this. I had a very deep conversation with myself when I was in my later 20s here because I couldn't figure out why I wasn't changing. And changing is why wasn't I getting the outcome? Because I was seeing so many other people outside of me win financially and make money and drive the cars that I wanted to drive, go to places that I wanted to go. And I couldn't figure out why wasn't it happening to me. And after some deep self-introspection here, I realized that it was my inability to get out of my comfort zone. So I want to talk about that today, and I want to give you some techniques and some tips to get out of your comfort zone, okay? Are you guys here? Someone said turn on the light. Absolutely not. Are you guys here? High energy, high income. Where are you? Hello? Okay, before we get started, raise your vibration. Don't listen to me passively. Let me tell you why. You know, when you hear people talk, now I'm worth over $40 million. And I'm not saying it to brag or boast or to pat myself on the back. I just want you to know, I'll give you a reason why you should listen to me. If you listen to me passively, it's very likely that you're going to have a passive life. Okay? But if you listen to me actively, okay? When I say actively, turn off all distractions. Put yourself in an environment for the next 15 minutes that you can really absorb and assimilate this information here because it may be a game changer for you. I can't explain how many times I've done these Sunday mindset messages and people within a few months say, Wesley, I just made my first $10,000. Wesley, I just quit my job. Wesley, I just found the woman or the man of my dreams. Wesley, I just left a marriage or a relationship that was killing me. Wesley, I just made my first sale. Wesley, my business is finally working the way that I designed it to be here. So if you're going to be a student of success, be serious. Okay? I love it. I love it. Okay. So listen, can I just be genuine, transparent, and honest here? I know this is not a rant, but I want to be brutally honest with a lot of you. One of the reasons, like today is Sunday morning, it's a gorgeous day outside. I'm pretty sure some of you are going to have a great time of the day. You're going to do Sunday fun day. I get it. Some of you are going to just go out there and have a picnic, go to the park, hang out with your significant other, hang out with your family. I get it. Listen, if you honestly, deeply want the life that you've been dreaming about, okay, the life that you've been praying to God about, the things that you want to do, the things that you want to experience, you have to be willing to be uncomfortable. But let's break this down because you might say, well, Wesley, how do I begin to be uncomfortable? Like, what does that really mean? Because I can say, hey, you got to be uncomfortable. You might say, okay, yeah, but you don't really deeply understand that. Does that make sense? Many of you men and women, you don't understand that because we have the tendency and we have the proclivity to only want to stay in our comfort zone. We want to do exactly what we have been doing. We want to do things that are convenient to us. We want to do things that make us feel comfortable in situations, even though we want a different situation here. So I want to give you some line items here, and I want you to write this down. Take notes. Let me know if you have something to write with. I'm going to pause for a second. I need everybody on here that is very serious about their life, about wealth, about creating the life that they want for them and their family. I want you to take notes. So let me know when you have something to write with here, okay? Let me know when you have something to write with. You could do a notepad emoji, or you could say, Wesley, I'm ready, okay? Now, for everybody that is not willing to take notes, I would like you to leave this rant, leave the mindset message. Just go back, whatever you were doing, go back to sleep. Go watch your TV, your Netflix, your TikTok. It's fine. But I just would like to talk to the men and women that are very serious about creating wealth and financial stability for the family. Okay? You ready? Okay, I see you. I see you, Miss Smith. Okay, I see you, Minnie Skin. Okay, I see you, Joy. And listen, I want you to be serious about this. Carlita Ray, I see you as well. Be very serious about this. What I tend to understand that women are more serious than men. You got some men on here, they're not going to do it, because of their ego. Like, I don't need to write this down. I already know this shit. I already know this already. And you know what? The men and women that I know that already know shit don't get shit. Okay? It's just the truth. The men and women that think they already know shit, they don't get shit. And when I say get shit, they'll never get the life that they want. It never happens because they know everything. So I'm not looking to talk to people that already know stuff. I'm looking to talk to people who have an open mind and realize there's something they don't know or something that they need to perfect. You need to build a skill. Okay? All right, so let's take today, for example. Today, a lot of you, and I'm going to assume, are either going to rest because it's Sunday. Some of you are going to lay in bed a little bit longer here on this Sunday morning. Some of you are going to go out and have Sunday fun day. Some of you are going to go to the barbecues. You're going to go watch the game. Some of you are going to go hang with friends and go drinking. Some of you are going to go out there, man, you're going to go out there and chase women. You're going to look good and go out there and see if you can find you the woman for the night. Or maybe the woman for the week, the woman for the month. Some of you women are going to dress real cute and you're going to go out there and make yourself available to men. And see if you get somebody to hit on you to have a good time tonight or have a good time or maybe find a potential suitor for yourself. Am I right? Some of you are going to just spend today, you're going to smoke weed at your house or smoke weed with your friends. What I'm saying is typically on today, Sunday, many of you are going to do the things that you've always done. And if you continue to do the things that you've always done, you're going to get what you've always gotten. Okay? So when I say get out of your comfort zone, I want you to think about everything that you used to do on a Sunday. Think about it. Think about everything you used to do on a weekend. And I want you to do the opposite, which means this. Now watch this. If you usually have Sunday fun day, maybe go to brunch. Don't go to brunch today. Not because you're not hungry. It's because brunch or having brunch is not going to lead you to the financial freedom that you desire. Sunday fun day, mimosas. How many of you are going to have a mimosa today? Don't have a mimosa today. You might say, no, but I always have them. Exactly. You always have a mimosa on Sunday. Let me tell you why that you shouldn't have a mimosa or a pomosa or martini or whatever you guys do, whatever you drink. It's only for one reason and one reason only. Because that drink, that mimosa, doesn't align with the financial freedom that you desire. I want you to write this down. Stay with me here. Then you got to really get this. I want you to realize that you must become a very intellectual person, understanding that the activities and the behaviors and the habits, if they don't align with what I want, which is the dream, the desires of your heart, then you can no longer do it. But see, it's going to make you feel uncomfortable not having a mimosa. It's going to make you feel uncomfortable not hanging with the friends, not going to the brunch. Some of you with your girlfriends, oh, we're going to lunch. But you're going to lunch broke. When I say broke, I don't mean that you have $0 in a bank account. Listen, if you want to be independently wealthy and you have a job, you broke. I don't care if you make 6 figures a year at your job, you broke. You just don't see it yet. Does that make sense? If you got an 8 to 5 job, 9 to 5 job, 30 to 11, I don't care if you're making 60, 90, 100, 150, $200,000 a year. You still broke. You just don't see it yet. Why? Because at any given time, without your awareness, it can be gone. Right? And this is only for the people that want to be independently wealthy. This is only for the people who want to fly their plane, drive their bus, be the director of their lives. Does that make sense? See, it's going to be uncomfortable for you to say no to all the things that we do on the weekend. Some of you want to go to the movies. Don't go to the movies. Why? Because it just doesn't align with the dream. Am I making sense here? It doesn't align. In my later 20s, I had to ask myself some hard questions. I say, Wesley, does this current activity align with the man that I want to become? I remember every weekend I used to hang out with friends. That's just what we did, you know. Hang out with friends, go to the bars, go to the clubs, hang out, you know, talk about women. And I loved it. It was fun. Call women over, you know, hang out. But I had to ask myself a question at the age of 30. I said, Wesley, does this experience align? Even though it's enjoyable, it's pleasurable, and I liked it. But does it align with the man that I want to become? And the answer was no. And let me tell you something. You know, I made some tough decisions at the age of 30. And I'm suggesting you make the same decisions as well. I don't care if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s. These decisions have to be made if you want to evolve from the man or woman that you are today. And one of the decisions was I had to cut off all the friends. You know, I realized I had to cut off everybody almost. You know, sometimes you think, you say, okay, who do I need to cut off? Then you realize it's everybody, because everybody that I was friends with, they didn't align with the dream. When I say alignment, what I mean is, can they help me become this man that I want to be? And I want to be a multimillionaire. Can I get an amen? How many of you, that's what your goal is, or one of your goals? Man, I want to be a multimillionaire. Come on, can I get an amen, please? I was very clear of the man that I wanted to be. And it was, I need millions of dollars in the bank account. I need access to millions of dollars every single month, every single year, period. Right? And listen, everybody that I was around, I want you to think about the people that are your friends. Think about your family. Think about all these people right now that's in your life. Think about the people that you text most that's in your phone right now. Ask yourself one question. Are these people rich? Okay? Are they successful? Are they millionaires? Are they driving a car that you want to drive? Are they living in the homes, in the penthouses, in the apartments that you want to live in? Are they traveling the world like you want to travel? Are their children in the private schools where you want your children in those private schools? Okay? Are they shopping in the malls? Buying the clothes, buying the purses, buying the shoes, buying the jewelry, buying the things that you want to buy? Ask yourself that. And the question is no, there is a problem. comment below. Houston, we have a problem. You know, it's just, there's so many entrepreneurs out there, so many people out there that want to be rich because they're in my DMs all the time, always sending me messages, and they just don't get it. Their unwillingness to be uncomfortable. See, one of the most uncomfortable things I had to do is to let my friends and family know that I couldn't talk to them anymore. I'll never forget it. I swear to God, one day I woke up, and I was on the air mattress. I'm 30 years old, got 2 kids. I woke up, and I was fed up. And I just started to delete people out of my phone. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I started to delete and mute people, just delete people that were just playing no role in my life as it relates to Wesley Virgin becoming a multimillionaire, because I was serious about it. I had to have it because I didn't want to be regular. I didn't want to be average. I didn't want to have to wait for a paycheck. I didn't have to want to wait for a vacation and wait for this and wait to buy a car and wait to save up money. Wait and wait. I didn't want to fucking wait. I'm just being honest with you. I didn't want to wait. I wanted what I want when I wanted it. That's just how I was. That's how I am right now. If I want it, it's mine now. I don't want to wait. How many of you don't want to wait? Okay? I don't want to wait. Period. So I started to delete people out of my phone. It was one of the most difficult things to do because these people that I cared about them. You know, some I had friends I've been friends with since middle school, since elementary, friends in my life, and I had to just stop answering their phones. When they would text me, I wouldn't text them back. And this was all of a sudden, I just stopped texting people back. They would text me, I wouldn't text them back. They would call me, I wouldn't answer the call. My phone was on Do Not Disturb, so it would go to voicemail. And you know what you realize about people? I know some of you are like, well, what if it's an emergency, Wes? What if somebody called me and it's an emergency? Well, they'll leave a voice message. But you'll realize that most people, they don't even leave a voice message for you if you don't answer. You know why they don't leave a voice message? Because what they had to say was nothing. It was futile. It was useless. It was a waste of your time. If it's an emergency, people will leave a voicemail. But you'll realize once you do this, and let me tell you something, many of you won't do it. You have some hard-headed people on here right now feel that they can have their same piss-poor friends. I call them Pookie and Ray Ray, right? Because you're so comfortable with them. You're very familiar with them. And listen, let me go deeper. Most of you don't want to be alone. You hate it. You hate being by yourself. And you know when you hate being by yourself or hate being alone, then I question the love you have for yourself. A lot of you don't love yourself. You think you do. Oh, I love myself. No, you don't. No, I love myself, Wes. Well, how? Tell me how. Because I care about myself. Listen. To say you love yourself and to behave like you do are 2 different things. If you can't be by yourself for days, sometimes for weeks, just alone. And the reason why you're alone, because you're in the zone. Write this down. I want to be alone because I want to stay in the zone. Many of you can't focus properly. Hello? Many of you are dismotivated. Oh, how do I get... Listen, you want to be alone because you want to stay in the zone, period. What is the zone? It's discipline. I hope you're taking notes here. It's discipline. That's what it is. When I hear some of you ask me, well, Wesley, how do I stay in the zone? How do I stay focused? Stay by yourself. Is that uncomfortable? Absolutely. Because now you have to deal with those thoughts. You have to deal with your insecurities. You got to deal with your low self-esteem. You got to deal with the rejection. You have to deal with all these debilitating thoughts that are just permeating over and throughout your mind. You got to deal with the people that hurt you. You got to deal with the things that took place when you were growing up with your parents, not receiving the love that you wanted to receive. You have to deal with the people that broke your heart. You got to deal with all the mistakes that you have made, all the problems that you have incurred. Got to deal with it. But many of you are just not willing to do it. And if you're not willing to be uncomfortable, ladies and gentlemen, like today, I'm not having Sunday fun day. Sunday fun day is at my house with my children here. Today I'm going to work, obviously, because I have a goal. The goal is $300,000 a day. You know, we're finally doing $100,000 a day, so it's time to do $300,000 a day. And it's just my personal goal. It's just what I want to do. And I know sometimes you may say, why? Don't you have enough? Don't you have enough? Don't you have enough? No. I want more. Well, why do you need more? Why? And you know what I realized? The people that keep asking why I want more, it's because there's a part of them that is thinking to themselves, why aren't I like that? And let me tell you why you're not like that. It's not that you don't want more. You just don't think you can get it. See, I know I can get it. Because there's a formula. One is willing to be uncomfortable. Even though I got it, I can go spend, have fun right now, but I just choose not to. Not right now. I just choose not to. I'm asking you, because many of you are not even close to the position of wealth, how do you go out your home to go frolic, to go play, to go entertain yourself when your finances are not in order? When you are not in order, how do you do that? How do you go out there and smoke and vape and drink and talk and have fun and just do all the things that all the normal average people do and expect to have a phenomenal life? That's a question for you. I want everybody to comment these words, and only comment these words if you're serious. I want more. I want more for myself. Come on, comment those words below, please. If you have a voice to speak, if God bless you with a voice, I want you to write, and I want you to say, I want more for myself. I want you to be very clear with that intention. I don't care if you're a teenager, you're in your 20s right now, 30s. I don't care if you didn't have a daddy, you didn't have a mama. I don't care if you're sick, you can be ill. I don't care if you live in Africa, India, some third world country. I don't care if you're living on the street right now. I want you to say, I want more for myself. Comment those words below. And I want you to comment as well, I deserve more. See, before you to begin to be uncomfortable and be comfortable with the uncomfortable, you got to believe that you deserve more. Many people ask me, well, why you want so much? Why you want so much? I'm like, why not? Why can't I have more money? Why can I not have more things? Why not? Would you ever tell your baby boy, your baby girl, if you love them, that you're going to cut them off as it relates to love? Okay, I gave you enough love this week. No more love. No. Every day, you want to give them more love for the rest of their lives. You want to give your spouse more love, correct? You're not going to cut them off and say, well, you know, that's it. I'm not giving you any more love. So why can't people have more money? Why can't they have more houses, more cars, more things, more purses, more shoes, more whatever? Why does it matter? See, as a culture of people, what we don't realize, especially the culture of people that want to be rich and successful and they want to be entrepreneurs and just create these incredible lives, they have an issue with just wanting more. They have an issue with their own personal self-esteem. And your self-esteem is connected to your self-identity. Many of you want more, but you don't even see yourself as more. Some of you say, well, y'all want more, but it's not a big deal. I don't need all those things. Well, listen, if you don't need all those things, if you need all that money, you don't need all this stuff, why do you need millions of dollars? I mean, you don't need $1 million if you don't need a lot of things. If you say, I'm just fine having a house, I'm fine having a car. I'm going to tell you a story. Watch this. I remember when I was doing a Forbes interview. Like many of you know, I have a Forbes article, type Wesley Virgin Forbes in Google, you'll see it. And I did an interview. And my cameraman came to my home because he was doing the feed that I needed to submit to Forbes, okay? And this is when, this is probably 5 years ago, when I hit about $20 million in sales within a calendar year. And I was one of the fastest growing companies on the planet in the digital marketing space very quickly here. And I remember he was asking me all these different questions here. And when the interview was over, he asked me something. He was about 38 years old. He said, Wesley, I think you just changed my life. I said, what? How did I change your life, man? And the question that he was asking were very deep. It was non-surface level questions here, just deeper existential type of questions, right? And when you start to ask those type of questions and they get deep with people go inside their psyche and they just start thinking about their lives. They start thinking about what they want to do, what they're currently doing, the goals and the outcomes, because many of us don't think too much about this. We think more about the pleasures of life, but we don't really think about the deeper decisions and the deeper existential type of situations that define our lives. And he said, Wes, I think I would have been a millionaire. I said, okay. Let me ask you a question, though. His name was John. And I said, John, you want to be a millionaire, correct? He said, yes. And I said, well, why? And he said, well, I just, I want to make more money for my family. He had a family, he had children, had a wife. No, he didn't have a wife yet, but he wanted a wife. And he said, I just want to have a wife. I want to have kids. I want to just, I want more, like you would just share with me. And I said, okay, well, let me ask you another question. And I want you to look at me. I said, what do you really want? I said, what do you really want? I know you said you want $1 million. I get it. But look at me, man to man, eye to eye. What do you really want? And let me tell you what that man told me. It blew my mind. He said, Wes, to be honest with you, man, I just want a multi-family home house. I want 2 cars. And I want a wife and about 2 kids, man. And I'll be happy. That's all I want, Wes. Just want a nice little house. I want a wife. I want some kids. And 2 cars, man. And he said, I think he wanted a Charger, the Hellcat. And I said, John, it doesn't take $1 million to get that. Exactly what you share with me. The house, the 2 cars, the wife, and some kids. You don't have to be a millionaire to get that. And he was like, oh, yeah. And listen, let me share something with you folks. Because I know some of you are like, that's interesting. When people ask you what you want, you may say $1 million, I want this incredible life. But when they ask you, what do you really want? And see, when someone asks you, what do you really want? You start to go deeper into your psyche. You start to go deep into the unconscious part of your mind. It's, what do I really want? And that answer is exactly what you desire. And it's the exact expectation that you have for your life. I know some of you want to make $1 million and want to be a multi-millionaire, but some of you, that's not what you really want. And let me share something with you. If that's not what you really want, you won't get it. You're going to get what you really want. See, it's 2 parts of the mind, the conscious and the unconscious. The conscious mind wants to make millions of dollars, right? Because we believe that if you make millions of dollars, you can do all this stuff. I get it. But the unconscious mind says, well, you know what? I don't really need $1 million, man. Just give me a nice family, give me a nice house, a nice car, a nice business, and I'll be happy, man. Am I right or right? Be honest. Okay? Watch this. I want to do it with you, folks. I know we're taking a turn here, but I'm feeling compelled to go in this direction with this message here on this morning here. Listen, I want to ask everybody a very personal question here. And I know you can't see me, but I want you to imagine if I was there with you. And I want you to look into my brown eyes. I have very, very gorgeous brown eyes, okay? And I want you to imagine if I'm looking at you right now, okay? I'm looking at you in your eyes. And I'm going to ask you a question here. And I want you to imagine that I'm sitting there, lying there with you, talking with you. And this conversation may be a game changer for you. It may not be a game changer for you. But if it is, listen. I want to know, what do you really want? And I want you to comment what you really want below. Just what do you really want? Be honest with yourself. What do you really want for your life? When I say what you really want, like what really makes you happy? Comment below, please. Think for a second. Like, what do you really want? This answer, you will discover what you really want and the person that you're trying to evolve to. So what do you really want? Some people say freedom. Some people said a motivational speaker. Some of you put, I want freedom. I want freedom. To have 10 streams of income, each making $1 million a quarter. I want to know what you think of. I want to be worry-free. Okay. Miss Erica said, you know what? I don't know what I want. I love you for that, Miss Erica. Because many people don't. Time, money, freedom. I really want freedom. I keep hearing the word freedom and travel. Look at that. Financial freedom. I want you to look at all these comments below. And I want you to notice that most of these comments are the same. Everybody wants freedom. Freedom for myself. Freedom. Freedom. I keep hearing the word freedom. I want freedom. Freedom. I want the $1 million lifestyle. I want my parents not to go in vain. Can I share something with you? If you don't mind, can I help you for a second? Because I love you and I want you to win. I really do. I want you to win financially. The reason why I want you to win financially, because I want you to see how it feels to make a ton of money and be able to do whatever you want to do. It's a good feeling, but I want you to feel that. And to feel that, I need you to listen to me, please. Okay? Listen. The one comment that I saw the most was freedom. And I want you to think about that for a second. Freedom, right? That assumes that you're not free. But let me ask you a question. Right now, can you go outside your house? Really? I mean, can you get up out of your bed and just go outside your house? Right now, can you get in your car and drive somewhere? Hello? Right now, can you drive to California if you want to? Right now, can you drive to a beach if a beach is available? Can you do that? Right now, can you go to church? You can. You go to your friend's house. Can you go have yourself a mimosa? You can. So my question to you, how are you not free? For everybody that says, I want freedom, how are you not free? How are you not free? Think about it for a second. I mean, are you in prison? Are you in jail? Are you locked up? Are you kidnapped right now? Do I need to call the police? How are you not free? Most of you say that's what you really want. Freedom, freedom, financial freedom. That assumes that you're in jail, that you're in prison, that you're locked up. Folks, listen to me. You are free. You're free, okay? When I ask you, or whenever someone asks you what you really want, stop saying financially free. Don't use the word freedom because you're already free. You're not in bondage. You're not in chains. You're not in handcuffs. You're not in a room with a lock on the door. You're free. When I ask you what you really want, don't tell me that, well, I want to be stress-free. That's what you don't want. Well, I want to be worry-free. That's what you don't want. I said, what do you want? Many of you told me what you didn't want. I don't want to be unhappy. I don't want to be alone. I didn't ask you that. I said, what do you really want? Financial freedom doesn't make any sense to me or anybody else. If you interview for a job and the manager asks you, well, how much money you want to make? Well, I just want to be financially free. The manager is going to say, what? I said, how much money would you like to make for this position? Well, I just want to be financially free. It doesn't matter. I just want to be financially free. The manager is going to say, what does that mean? What I want all of you to understand is, if you're not clear about what you want, you never get it. Your brain cannot interpret what financial freedom is. Doesn't understand that term. It's vague. It's ambiguous. Okay? So, I'm going to do this one more time because I love you. And I want you to get it right. Write these words below. Clarity is power. I'm going to continue to reiterate those 3 words until you get it. Clarity is power. The only reason why I'm living the life that I live, because I was clear. That's the reason why I have 8 cars. I have 10 homes around the world. Have a beautiful penthouse. All my children's education is already paid for. I retired my parents, bought them both cars. I've been to over 35 countries. I travel first class only. I only stay in 5-star hotels. 5-star everything. I mean, just a 5-star experience for myself. The only reason why I lived that life is because I was clear about the life I wanted when I didn't have the life. When I didn't have the money, when I didn't have the resources, when I didn't have the mentorship. Write these words again below. Clarity is power. I didn't need more intelligence, folks. I didn't need to read more books. Okay? I didn't need a mentor. I just need to be clear. And that's what I'm sharing with you. You just need to be clear with what you want. You don't know. I looked at the comments below. Okay? I read your comments. It's embarrassing. Some of you have been listening to me for years and you're still talking about how I want to be financially free. I want to be free. I want to be free. And I'm like, are you locked up right now? I want to be worry-free. I want to be stress-free. Your goal can't be to be stress-free in life. Your goal can't be to be worry-free. It's not a goal. Okay? Listen. I know sometimes it seems like this is a lot of information. It's a lot that you got to do. Yeah, I get it. Because you're thinking to yourself, damn, it's so much I have to do to become this person that I want to be. And let me tell you something. If you would just spend more time on becoming the person that you want to be, the money, the abundance, and everything that you want will follow. If you would just focus on that. If you'll focus every day that you're willing to be uncomfortable, if that's getting up and getting your fat ass in the gym, go work out. Yeah, I said fat ass. Get over it. All right, if that's getting up a little bit, an hour early just to meditate and to visualize your goals and your dreams, do it. If being uncomfortable is cleaning your house, cleaning your car, cleaning yourself, making sure your hygiene in your body and taking care of yourself, do it. If being uncomfortable means taking care of your hair, getting yourself a face routine that makes you looking good, smelling good, do it. If being uncomfortable means that you can no longer talk to your friends or your family for the next year, do it. If being uncomfortable means that you have to read 15 minutes from a book, a self-help book every single day, do it. If being uncomfortable is making phone calls and selling services and products, do it. If being uncomfortable is going out and knocking on doors or going to businesses and sharing your opportunity, telling these people what you can do for them, do it. Okay? Do it. If being uncomfortable is telling your friends and family when they call you, hey, girl, you want to go out? Hey, let's go here. Or your guy call you, hey, my guy, hey, my boy, let's go. Let's go out here. Let's go do this. Let's go do this. It's going to be some girls at this spot. Tell them no. Say, no, I can't do it. No, I can't. No, I'm not going to do it. No. Didn't do it. But let me tell you something. If you're not willing to do that, like if you don't have the discipline, if you don't have the fortitude to do that, your life will never change. Like the life that you have right now, I promise you, next year it's going to be the same, if not worse. You're going to be in the same situation. You'll be back on this rant saying, Wes, I'm ready to change now. I'm really ready. I'm ready. I've had people crying on my voicemails. I've had people crying on my DMs. Wesley, please. Yeah, I'm really ready. I've had men and women, grown-ass men and women crying about things that they could have done last year. But what I've learned about people change through struggle. People tend to change through pain. They just want the pain. I don't know why. I guess they like it. You just want the pain. You want the upsets. You want the challenges. You want the adversities. You want the hard times. Why? Because of your inability to be uncomfortable. Because you're like, oh, it's just one piece of cake. It's just one cigarette. It's just one drink. It's just one weekend. It's just one. And those people don't realize that insidiously, the life that they want is moving further away from them. However, there will be some individuals that is listening to my voice right now that's going to completely make a 180-degree shift. It's going to be a few people that tomorrow morning they're going to get up, they're going to the gym. They haven't been to the gym in a long time, they're going. It's going to be some people tomorrow morning, it's going to tell their job that they're done. 2 weeks notice. It's going to be some people tomorrow morning that's going to start a brand new business. Don't know exactly how and they're going to do it, but they just know they're going to do it. It's going to be some people tomorrow that's going to tell their significant other, I can no longer be with you. It's going to be some people tomorrow that's going to tell their girlfriend, their boyfriend, I'm sorry, I'm done with you. I just can't do this anymore. It's not working for me. I need to focus on myself. It's going to be some people tomorrow morning that's going to quit smoking any type of drugs, inclusive of weed, cigarettes, whatever you guys do. You're just going to stop. It's going to be some people tomorrow that's going to stop drinking forever. They're not going to put another chemical, another alcoholic beverage in their body. It's going to be some people tomorrow that's going to go to their cabinet. They're going to throw away all the junk food, all the chips and all the donuts and all the candy bars and all the ice cream. And they're going to go to the grocery store and buy the celery and the greens. And they just going to totally rejuvenate and rehabilitate their entire lives in their body. Tomorrow, they're going to start juicing. Tomorrow, somebody's going to write down their goals. Tomorrow, somebody's going to go to their go see their dream car. We're going to go visualize. They're going to go to the dealership that they want to buy their new car from. It's going to go. Somebody's going to go to the gated community that they one day will live in. And they're going to walk around and visualize themselves in the moment. Somebody tomorrow morning is going to meditate. And they're going to begin to create their day exactly how they want it. And if it doesn't happen that way, they're going to do it again. And they're going to continue to do it until it happens. The question is, who will it be? Who's going to be that person? Millions of people is going to listen to this rant. But the question is, who out of the millions of people that will listen to this rant or this message are actually going to do it? I don't know. I'm not sure. I love you. Listen to this again. I do suggest to listen to this all day long if you can. Listen to it. Listen to it until it's so ingrained in your mind that you start to naturally take the actions necessary to create the life that you're destined to have. Much love. This is Wesley, $1 Billion Virgin, and let's go.